The track we just heard has a solid electronic vibe, and it does have bits and pieces of like classical and folk element. What's that been like for you, breaking the rules?
To be honest, I've always been looking for something really fresh, and the culture we come from, which is from India, has so many different kinds of folk music, and especially Dakla, which my wife played it to me first, and I was like, what is this? I've never heard this. Like, I know Dairo and I know know other forms of Gujarati music, but being brought up in Ahmedabad, in Gujarat, it was kind of like really inspiring thing to do something with Dakla.
Yeah.
And she was the first one to introduce me to this piece, and then I was like, we need to do something with
It's
this.
like a talking drum, isn't it? Because you pull a
Exactly,
string and it bends the sound and everything.
Yeah.
You churned out an excellent track.
Yeah.
And Dakla is already popular in the Garba scene, especially recently. But to do it this new, awesome stuff. Now, I just said churning, and I noticed on your social media, right, I saw something a little bit churny. You uploaded a picture, on your Instagram of a bike. Are you a biker?
To be honest, no, man. I'm not a biker, but I like people who bike, usually. Like, I have friends who bike.
Yeah.
I do bike sometimes, but I'm more of a runner.
Yeah.
So I just put my headphones on and I keep running. I really like running, but I appreciate biking as well. Like, I love that.
Absolutely. I saw the bikes and I was like, I bet you don't get bikes like this in India. And certainly something else that you don't get in India is British food. And I've also noticed that on your social media. I've been stalking your little food habits.
Yeah, I love British food.
Really?
Yeah, I really love it.
So I find that so interesting because a lot of people that come from India here are kind of like, we miss the desi khana or that, tasty, authentic Indian kavanu.
Yeah.
But you're like, you know what? Nah, I'm all about the British food. I'm all about, what's local here. Chicken and chips, I saw.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite is egg and bacon. So as soon as I land at the airport, I have to have the sandwich. Egg and bacon.
That's your kind of go-to thing.
Yeah, that's the first thing I have, and then I talk to people like, hey, what's up? It's kind of. I mean, I've been coming here for like more than 10, 15 years now. So and because maybe I'm coming and going back to India, so I'm like, I don't want to eat any Indian food when I'm here. But it's not that I don't miss Indian food, but I like to try different things, different kinds of culture when I'm
absolutely.
At that
but you
place.
know what? It's even like when I go back to India and people are like, oh. Parle, chalo hun tane Gujarati khava le jo. And you're like, I get Gujarati in the house, we've got a Gujarati family. And then they take me for something different.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, we have to speak about this. Your new EP.
Yeah.
This has also been doing rounds on the Parle Patel show and much of the Asian network.
Yeah, man.
How long have you been working on it? MC Mawali, MC Todfold. You've had a lot of collaborations happening on, this EP as well. What's that been like?
Basically, I met them, I think, a year and a half ago, and I mean, they're kids. Like, Todford is just 15 years old.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he is 20, Mawali. The way they were rapping and the kind of things they were rapping were really inspiring for me. So I thought I'll sit down with them and work something out. So we made a 5-track EP, which is Katal Kala, and every track has its own message. If you look at it, like Dakla,
very conscious feel to it.
I mean, also I wanted to showcase the cultural form of where they're coming from. They're coming from Dharavi, which is like the biggest slum of the world, kind of thing.
Yeah, I've been there.
So
incredible
place. And also what kind of inspiration they get from. Like, they are superheroes in their areas. Like, all the young kids are just looking up to them that I want to become Mawali. And that's what it is. Like, we don't know where they are coming from and what they're doing.
It's its own world, isn't it?
It's own world. Yeah. And I wanted to showcase that in a different format. And also a very unique thing in them is that they've been learning this Karnataka classical style of music, which is Kanakol, which we have two classical music, which is North Indian classical and South Indian classicals. They're learning the South Indian classical. So what I do on my tabla, all my bowls, which is dhati dhagena dhatrika dhati dhagetina kind of thing, they are rapping it to that now.
Incredible.
Yeah. And so if you see the videos online, they're doing that. So that's kind of the future of rap, I would say, because it's basically the old form of music is being rewritten in a different language.